Hello Forever UK, welcome to our regular monthly recognition event. I'm Bob Parker, the country manager for the UK. My pleasure to host and to welcome you this evening. Apologies for the slightly late start, a few technical issues, but I think we're there now. Great to see so many of you already on the chat box, sending us some messages. I hope that it's been nice and sunny where you are today. We finally had a bit of decent weather here near our studio in Warwickshire, a bit of sunshine, but it's definitely been a bit intermittent. But what hasn't been intermittent has been your focus on building a business through the summer months. And for me, this is always one of the highlights of our monthly calendar. A chance for me to say congratulations and well done and keep up the good work. You know, I never underestimate how much courage it takes to build a forever business, how much focus it takes to build a forever business. So an opportunity for us as a head office team once a month, currently just virtually, to say well done to each and every one of you as we move through the marketing plan this evening. If you're new to Forever, and maybe this is your first recognition webinar, a very special welcome to you. It's an exciting time to be joining us as we ease out of the restrictions of lockdown and the pandemic and move back into more normal times, whatever the new norm will look like for us. It's a really exciting time to be part of Forever. You know, over the last 18 months or so, the whole population of the world pretty much has been focused on their health. How can we stay fit and healthy? How can we avoid things in the future? And, you know, looking after your body by the right nutrition, exercise, good sleep, drinking nice water, eating fresh fruit and vegetables is obviously the way forward. So the health and wellness space has never had as much focus as it's got at the moment. And that's really, really exciting for all of us. But I'm particularly excited for those of you just starting your forever journey, because your entire family, all of your local community are very, very aware of health matters, and you're now in the health and wellness business. So congratulations for making that decision. At the same time, of course, a big sector of our population has been working from home or in more restricted conditions. And, you know, very many people have enjoyed working from home. And, you know, what a great opportunity for us as business owners over the coming weeks, as people perhaps are being encouraged back into the workplace, to say to them, you know, we have a way in which you may be able to continue to work from home as your own boss. Is now a good time to be sharing some information. And, you know, this is a really, really good time in our industry over the coming months for recruiting people as well. So we're excited to be with you this evening. If you are new to the business and new to Zoom, you can see across the menu bar at the bottom, there is the chat facility. We'd love you to use the chat, as I can see already, as I've said, many of you are, to say hi to us, tell us where you are in the country, tell us if the sun's shining there or whatever. But most importantly, in the chat box, we would love you to be saying well done to each and every one of the people that we're going to be recognizing this evening. You know, in normal times, when we are again able to host live events, and I'll talk about our plans for that in a second, you know, that personal recognition, that pat on the back is really, really encouraging and uplifting for everybody. So I'd love you to be using the chat box to try and replicate that in some small way this evening for everybody that we have online with us. The other little chat box on the menu bar there, you'll see the questions and answers box. If you have any questions, perhaps around the marketing plan or anything that we say this evening, because I'm always conscious when we have new people with us, there's a lot of jargon in Forever Living, and I'm guilty sometimes of using that jargon. Use the Q&A box and the team here will do their best to answer your questions. So before we move into the recognitions, a quick update as to what is happening. We have plans to reopen Longbridge Manor for the staff on the 6th of September, when the school holidays have finished. and we will keep you posted as to when Longbridge Manor will be fully open for you as our business owners to visit us, to be able to use the office in the same way that you historically perhaps have done, to meet with your team, to bring guests there. Probably not in the first few weeks, because we want to try and maintain the staff safety there, and the less people we have in the building, obviously the better from that point of view. But as quickly as possible, we will be reopening for everybody. We have put the marquees up in the grounds of Longbridge Manor, and very happy for you to be using those outdoor facilities at any time. If you want to bring your teams there, then just liaise with us in head office and we can facilitate that for you. We also have plans to do some smaller live events as the year rolls out, again in line with the government guidelines and keeping everybody safe. We'll keep you posted on those dates, but we've got some leadership team meetings planned, we've got some VIP team meetings planned, and we'll be doing perhaps a small roadshow later on in the year as well, if permitted. So we're doing our best to get back to live events as well. And for me, I think, when I see what you guys have done during the pandemic, working sometimes entirely just online, it's been amazing, the results. We've seen a fantastic growth through 2020. And so how exciting is it to think, well, we've still got the online capability, but we're also going to be meeting people face to face like we used to do as well. So a really, really exciting time to be around the Forever business, not just in the UK, but right across the globe. Europe in particular, I think, is such an untapped marketplace that it's a great time to be getting started. So that's a little bit about the live events and what will be happening at Longbridge Manor. A couple of product focuses we are running at the moment, this little campaign, products to hold a torch for, with some suggested products there, some of our top selling products there, in line with the Olympics, which of course have just finished. And I thought there was some great moments in the Olympics. And of course, Team GB did really, really well in this year's Olympics. So we want you to take part in a mini Olympics around our products by using our social media platforms. We would love you to vote gold, silver, bronze around your favorite products. And these are our focuses. They're our top selling personal care products: Propolis cream, deodorant, heat lotion, jelly, tooth gel. All of these have such great potential in our marketplace. And again, for those of you getting started, when you look at this list of products, these are products that people are already using, maybe not the Forever brand on them, but all your friends and family are cleaning their teeth. They're using some sort of lotion. They perhaps, if they're in the gym, using a heat lotion or deep heat of some description, they'll definitely be wearing deodorant. And so what a great opportunity for you to share with them the benefits of our great products. But in the meantime, we'd love you to vote on those so that we can get our own gold, silver and bronze winners during the month of August. To give you a little insight into what our retail and product webinars will be, we've got a focus on the Aloe Propolis cream. We've also got some great blogs out there. Blogs are a great way of sharing information with your customer base. So where appropriate, when you've read the blog, if you think it's informative, why don't you share it with your customers? Because providing great customer service is one of the keys to a successful retail business wherever you are, and particularly in the Forever world where we don't have a physical shop presence. Our shop is us talking to our customers. Find ways of making them really feel special, and if you do that, they will stay with you for the rest of your lives. People buy people first. Our product of the month, I think that should say, not product of the month, but product of the month incentive is our aloe vera jelly. We are going to be giving prizes across the regions to the individual that sells the most aloe vera jelly during the month of August. Now, I would normally be saying it's great to put on your head when you've been in the sun. Hopefully we'll get some sun in the next 2 weeks, because that should boost your ability to make those aloe vera jelly sales. So that's our incentive of the month there. And to back up, as always, our product focuses, you'll find on Forever Knowledge a great array of really professional looking social media assets. So again, be sure to send all those to your friends, family and customers. Now, during the course of last year and the year before, the marketing team had a focus on entering our products into as many recognized awards as they possibly could. And you've probably already seen on our channels that recently we were the recipients of several awards in the Global Green Beauty Awards. Our Forever Aloe Biocellulose Mask got silver. And I think we were saying today that this is the 7th award that the biocellulose mask has won. So, I mean, this must be the most highly recognized cellulose mask on the planet. And I can't help but thinking, you know, this is a great product for us to be sharing with our customers. So came silver in the Green Awards. You can see the Aloe Jojoba conditioner also got the best natural conditioner, gold award in the same awards category, and the Forever Aloe liquid soap, also a gold winner in the best natural soap. So what a great excuse to be sharing all this information with your customers and with your potential customers. And these independent recognitions really help give us great credibility, you know, when we're talking sometimes to customers about a product that they are not aware of, that they haven't heard of before. So don't be afraid to use the awards with not just your existing customers, but with your potential customers. It really does work for you. Products of the month in terms of just being launched is our Aloe body lotion. I think I've got one somewhere next to me, larger than our normal size there, 236 milliliters, fantastic to use after the shower or the bath. It really is a beautiful consistency. So that is now available new. Again, be sure to let your customers, existing customers, know about that. Now, on our recognition webinars, we are always wanting to give away prizes, and we normally give away a prize to you if you take a picture of yourself and you use the hashtag online recognition evening, which is there. And I'm very pleased to tell you who last month's winner was. I think they should be on the screen any second now, hopefully. Our winner of the month. Yeah, congratulations to Jane. Well done. You sent us a beautiful picture of your recognition pin box, and you've even got a yellow suitcase behind it. So very many congratulations. You put there that you've got your yellow suitcase for doing 12 months at 4cc. So we'd love to give recognition. Well done to Jane for sending in that photograph. So be sure to post on your social media channels a picture, some description, be as creative as you can using the hashtag online recognition. Oh, there we go. Trying to get that in the camera. Evening. Just testing my own skills here and failing miserably. Okay, so let's look at the first of our recognitions. We have our advisory board training. Now, we have a growing library of advisory board trainings on Forever Knowledge. I would encourage each and every one of you to take part in going through the advisory board trainings. You'll see that on the screen here, we've got the names of the people who went through the autumn and winter online training for supplements. And on the left-hand side of your screen there, a little blue pin. That's the pin that you are awarded when you successfully complete the training. So here's a challenge for you. See if you can collect all of the pins over the next few months, and particularly those of you who are just getting started, because the knowledge that you will receive on the online advisory board trainings will really build your confidence in the early months and years in sharing our products with customers. You know, knowledge is definitely power. Knowledge absolutely gives you confidence. And so I encourage you to take part in those trainings. So congratulations to everybody who did the autumn and winter supplements training. And the next slide, I think, is for the spring and summer supplements training. Obviously different supplements beneficial at different times of the year. So congratulations to this group of people. Hopefully you'll have received your pins, or they are on the way. I can see that there's a number of you commenting on the quality of the trainings and how much you enjoy the training. So well done to each and every one of you. Next up, we've got our sport and weight management online training. So well done to each and every one of you for successfully completing that. And I think the final one is our skincare online training. Well done to you too. You know, the great thing about The range of products that we have is that as a business owner, you can choose to specialize in certain sectors if you want to, or be a generalist if you want to, or just pick particular themes throughout the year to be the focus for your customers. And I would encourage you to be creative in the approach that you take, and maybe from time to time even put some incentives on for your customers. As I said earlier on, you know, people buy people first. If you really look after your customers, if you really get to know them and understand what their needs are, there's no reason why they wouldn't stay with you for years. You know, one of the great benefits of the Forever Business is the product range and the strong emotional attachment that people get to our products. I think I added up the other day, I use about 30 of our products on a very, very regular basis, most of them daily. And there's a number of them that I really would not want to be without. And, you know, when you get a group of customers who feel the same way, you have got a successful business for life. And the start of that is to build your belief in the products, and the advisory board training will definitely help you do that. Your own personal use of the product will also help you do that. And it's always more comfortable to be talking to people about things that you have personally experienced yourself. So that building of belief is a foundation for success in Forever. After the product, then build belief in, you know, the company, and you'll do that by being involved in things like our online events so that you can get to know us better if you don't know who we are yet. And you'll also get to see the wide, diverse variety of people who are engaged with our business, and you're going to meet some of them personally this evening as we interview a few of them, and that'll help you also build your confidence in the company. I know from experience again that very many people who become Forever business owners had never heard of Forever Living before whoever approached them about the business started to talk to them about Forever. I also know, however, that there are a group of new starters every month who were first customers of Forever Living. So again, don't underestimate the power of the customer. They may become a team member in the future. Building a belief around the industry is another significant building block of a successful business. So get to learn more about the nature of being an entrepreneur, about being in the network marketing business. Begin to understand that this is an honest, ethical, amazing opportunity, actually an amazing industry that allows people to get started in their own business, be their own boss under the umbrella of a company like Forever at very little capital cost compared to starting a traditional business, and with a lot more support than you have as a typical business owner on your own. You won't be on your own in Forever. You're on by yourself in terms of being your own boss, nobody bossing you around, but there's a team of people around you, your sponsor, your upline, the team that you belong to, and the head office team that are there to support and encourage you at every step. And the final bit of building belief, and I'm sure we'll hear it tonight in our interviews, is beginning to build belief that we too can build a business. And you'll see lots of evidence of people like you building a business, but you might sometimes need that positive self-talk to go, you know what, I can do this too. And trust me, you can do this too. The latest training that we're about to release is on the 12th of August at 9 a.m. The Allo Workshop online training, we're calling it. I have a little part to say in that, but it's predominantly David Urch, our advisory board member, along with Kate Lewis and Sophie Pitblado, who is our regional coordinator. Many of you will know Sophie from our regional recognition event. So that's 9 a.m. from Thursday, the 12th of August. Put it in your diary and see what's coming down the line there. And as I say, we've got a long, long list of additional trainings that we want to produce over the next few months, so that we're building to that library of short snippets of product information or more extensive, comprehensive information about the products. Okay, next up, we are going to be recognizing the first step on our marketing plan, where each and every one of us started at some point, and that is our assistant supervisors. To become an assistant supervisor, you needed to have achieved 2 case credits in 1 or 2 consecutive months, and the vast majority of people who join Forever Living UK do that at the start with the Start Your Journey pack, which of course takes you straight to assistant supervisor. So we want to say congratulations to each and every one of you who have joined us. during the month of July. Congratulations to you. Great to have you on board. As I said right at the start, this couldn't be a better time for you to be starting your own business under the umbrella of an organization that for over 43 years has been providing home-based businesses around the world to literally millions of people. And I think for about 28 years now in the UK. And you know, the exciting thing about being an assistant supervisor in Forever is you can benefit from the long history that we've got, the really great track record that we've got, but the fact that in every town or city across the country, most people are yet to hear of us. So you've still got a greenfield site to be going at. And I think that's a really exciting prospect. So congratulations to each and every one of you at Assistant Supervisor. We're really proud of you. We're really glad that you made the right decision and joined Forever Living. And we look forward to recognizing you and sharing in your success as you move through the marketing plan over the coming months. I'm often asked whether there is a stereotypical background from which our successful business owners have come, and I can honestly, hand on heart, say to that, no, there isn't. People have come from all backgrounds, all walks of life. For me, you know, when I look at a Forever business owner, a new Forever business owner, it's not about what you've come from or where you've come from. It's more about where do you want to get to? What are your goals? What are your ambitions? Maybe it is simply, as you get started, to make an extra couple of £100 a month by committing a few hours a week to your part-time Forever business. That's absolutely fantastic. You know, there are tens of thousands of people who've done that and can easily replicate that with you. Or maybe it is that over time you want to develop a career income and be your own boss for the rest of your life, not have to answer to a boss. That's possible too. Again, tens of thousands of people all around the world have achieved that from exactly the same company that you've joined, with exactly the same products that you have access to, with exactly the same marketing plan that you can build your way through, and probably surrounded by very similar friends, family, supporters or not supporters, as we all have in our daily lives. So congratulations to each and every one of you. Next step, once you've become an assistant supervisor, isn't so much a position on the marketing plan, but more a habit that we would strongly encourage you to work on. And that is the 4 case credits habit, because 4 case credits is one of the foundations, one of the building blocks of a successful Forever business. You know, in our business, we try to never ask somebody to do what we're not doing ourselves. And the foundation is a 4 case credit. If you're able to do 4 case credits yourself, and in time learn how to do that really comfortably and easily, then anybody that you sponsor in the future or recruit, or somebody becomes part of your team in the future, you'll be able to, hand on heart, say to them, this is how I do this, this is how I did this, and give them the mentoring or coaching that they deserve. And, you know, our 4 case credits can come from several different parts of our business. The first part is our own personal consumption, you know, the products that we buy for ourselves, our family each month, that goes towards our 4 CCs. We already talked about developing customers. You may or may not already have started that journey yet, but with your sponsor, we can show you how to do that. Your customers buying from you in the future will form part of your 4 case credits. And the final part of your 4 case credits will be the people that you sponsor during the course of your Forever career. So we want to recognize those of you who have consistently been 4 case credit active, possibly for the first time here. Now, level 1 is when you've done 4 case credits for 3 consecutive months, too many names and some really complicated ones on the screen here to read out, but congratulations to each and every one of you. And my experience of the early days of Forever being 4cc active is, at first it seemed like a mountain, then it got easier and easier and easier and easier, and that's the way it will be for you. Now you've done it for 3 months, there's no reason why you can't continue that positive business habit. So congratulations to the next slide of level 1, 3-month 4cc active. So keep up the good work, and of course your next goal is to be level 2 active, which is basically continuing doing what you're doing now for 6 consecutive months. And you can see again a big long list of people who are or have been level 2 active for 6 consecutive months, 4cc active. And you know what we see each month on our database is very many of you do your 4cc's literally sometimes in the first days of the month. And you know that has to be the place to get to, so that there's not the month-end pressure to be 4cc active. Put in place the processes in your business that you need to get those customer orders in early, get your 4cc's early, and then you can relax. And level 3, which is 12 months, congratulations to each and every one of you. And I'm hopeful that we've got one of the names on this slide, which is Arlene Fingland, online with us this evening. I did see her earlier on, so I'm hoping you're still with us. There she is. Hello, Arlene. I can't hear you. Have you got your mic on, or is it my earpiece maybe? Hang on, it's probably my earpiece. Hang on. Let's see if I can hear you now. You there, Arlene? I'm trying my best to get my earpiece to work. Ah, that's it. Are you there, Arlene? Okay, so it's not me. That's good. Trying with the technology to find Arlene.
Can you hear me now?
Ah, got you, Arlene. How are you? Are you there? Keep talking to me, Arlene. Don't leave me.
No, I can't hear.
I can hear you. Can you hear me? You there?
I can hear you. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, I've got you. I've got you loud and clear. Can you hear me?
Got me now.
Perfect.
I don't know what was
a few minutes ago. You're about to finish a class, so I hope you did that successfully. You did.
I literally threw them out the gym.
You threw them out the gym. Okay, great customer service that was. So congratulations on your continued success. I know that you're up there in Scotland. You joined us in May 2020, so still relatively new to the business. And I think you recently won our tooth gel competition for the region of Scotland.
Yes, I did last month. I did.
Last time I spoke to you,
retailed the most.
Yeah, you sold something like 35 or 36 tooth gels. Is that right?
No, 81.
81. Sorry, I downgraded you there. 81. That's amazing. That's amazing. So tell us a little bit about how you fit your forever business into your busy life, because I know you do other things too.
So when I started with Forever in May last year, I was holding a kind of senior position within the third sector with one of the largest learning disability charities in Scotland. And I used to fit the business in, you know, I used to use an hour at night while I was eating my dinner to work my business, because I also have my own gym, which was just a pastime to begin with. Okay. My business kind of evolved and really started to grow, as did my fitness business as we started to come out of lockdown. And I left my full-time job in May after 15 years. Wow. And I'm now solely working my forever business alongside my fitness business. They go very well hand in hand. And the income that I make from both jobs is more or less matching the income I was making in my previous job. So
that must have been a big decision after 15 years to quit. And I mean, I know, you know, it can seem a little fearful being your own boss and starting your own business. So well done for that. But it sounds like it was the right call, yeah?
Yep, absolutely. I think once I made the decision in March, I just kept kind of watching. My business was growing and growing, but I felt as if I was struggling then to fit the time. Yeah. And I knew the potential with the Forever business. My upline's Natalie Valenti, and I know that the success Natalie's had. Success, yeah. You know, and we live next to each other, you know, so I can see it. You know, and yeah, it was just that, you know, making the decision was hard to leave work, but definitely 100% the right decision.
I think you've just highlighted what for me is one of the major benefits of Forever, and that is you can see other successful people around you and you can get inspiration from that. I think, you know, what I always say to people is don't compare yourself to anybody else, because everybody's circumstances are different, but you can be inspired by what you see other people have done. And that's obviously happened to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Plus, I you know, instantly fell in love with the products, you know, and like yourself, I probably use about 30 products, you know, practically daily as well. And I'm continuously growing the products I use. And I think when you love the products you're using and you talk about the products you're using, that goes more than just sharing. You know, people see your passion. And for me, I think that's been one of the kind of major things that's allowed me to grow so quickly.
Yeah, I agree.
As
for me, it also helps answer the question that I'm asked frequently. You know, sometimes people go, do you have to be a good salesman to be a successful Forever business owner, or do you have to have had some experience in sales? And you just nailed it, because it's not about that. It's about sharing your own personal experience of the product, or maybe the personal experience of your customers with the product. And so it's speaking from the heart.
Yeah.
And we can all do that, can't we?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. You know, people comment all the time and ask me, you know, like how great my skin looks and, you know, what are you doing? And so when you definitely 100% need to be using the product to be able to talk for the heart. Anybody can lift a product up and try to talk about it, but people know if you're not using it. People know that you're not talking for the heart. And for me, that's one of the biggest.
Yeah, I agree with you. And you know, that's true of everything that we do. You know, it's no good me talking about enthusiastically about a film that I've read about. It won't come across in exactly the way I'd like it to if I've seen the film and really enjoyed it. You know, that, you know, people can tell.
Yeah, that passion. That passion comes out. You know, and Natalie will say that to me all the time. You know, when we talk, because I'll go on live in my kind of private groups, and Natalie's in it, and she'll say, you know, it just oozes out. Yeah, she says when you're talking, and people see that, you know, and they'll say to me, "What is this stuff you're taking?" Yeah, you know, and I share all the time, literally every day. You know,
it's like a wonder drug you're on there. I reckon that's what everybody wants to get their hands on. Arlene, when you come off air this evening, take a little look at the chat box, because there's lots and lots of congratulations. People going, how did you manage to sell 81 tooth gels? Well done for that. We wish you continued success, and thanks for joining us from Scotland this evening.
Thanks very much, Bob.
Take care, Arlene.
See you later. Bye.
You too. So yeah, fantastic. And you know, as we just said, Arlene, 81 tooth gels in the competition. That's just incredible. And it just shows, though, you know, the focus was that particular month around tooth gel. Arlene took on the challenge and found lots of new tooth gel customers. So it is sometimes as simple as just getting a focus for your business for the coming month and just staying focused on whatever that is. And, you know, even if you don't end up hitting your goal, often when you're focused, you will move your business forward more than you would have done if you'd got no focus at all. So Arlene is a great example of that. Okay, next up, the next step on our marketing plan after assistant supervisor is supervisor. So we're going to be recognizing our supervisors. To be a supervisor, you need to have done 25 case credits over 1 or 2 consecutive months. Congratulations to each and every one of you on the slide for being our supervisors for July. Now, in my opinion, if you can do supervisor, you can go all the way through the plan, because sometimes I have the feeling supervisor is one of the tougher positions. And I say that because often the people we're recognizing are relatively new to the business, still have some perhaps fears, doubts, anxieties, wondering whether they can do this. Trust me, if you've got to supervise, all you need to do now is find 1 or 2 like-minded people, work with them, get them to supervisor, and that'll help elevate you further through the marketing plan. So we wish you continued success, and we recognize the hard work and courage that's gone into going from a standing start and getting to supervisor. So each and every one of you are well done from myself and all of the head office team. Okay, next after supervisor, we move to the position of assistant manager. This is 75 case credits in 1 or 2 consecutive months. And so we have Olutoyin Ogunbanjo, who is our assistant manager for the month. Congratulations to you. I hope I got your name not right. What I would encourage you to do now, Olutoyin, is stay focused, get from that assistant manager position to manager. But in the meantime, enjoy your recognition. We're really, really proud of your achievements, and well done for being assistant manager. Next up, we're going to recognize our managers, and managers, the only part of the marketing plan where you've got two ways of getting there. The first way is the 2-month way, which is 120 case credits over 1 or 2 consecutive months, or there's a 3 or 4 month way, which is 150 case credits over 3 or 4 consecutive months. Doesn't really matter which way you choose. It'll depend on how your business is structured, moving from assistant manager. So let's take a look at our manager for the month of July. Vivian Fulop, congratulations to you, and I am hoping that you are with us on the line this evening too. There you are.
Hi there.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm so excited to be here, but I'm so missing you guys, so I just want to see you face to face because I need your energies and need to see your faces, so I can't wait to see you.
Yeah, we're missing you too. We were talking about this today, grateful as we are for the technology and for Zoom and for Facebook and our ability to still be able to communicate through the pandemic. I am really missing the face-to-face contact that we get when we're at live events. So we're with you there, Vivian. We want to get back to them as quickly as we possibly can. So tell us a little bit about you. I think you joined in 2018. I know you're somewhere in the southern region. You've been 4cc active every single month you've been with us. What were you doing before Forever Living?
So my name is Vivian Fulop. I'm 27 years old. I'm originally from Hungary, so I'm really sorry about my accent. I will try my best.
I have one from Birmingham, so you don't have to come from Hungary to get an accent.
So I started this business 3 years ago, and a little bit about my background. I moved to the UK when I was 19 in 2013. So it was 8 years ago, and I started to work as a cleaner. I really liked it, and I liked the freedom because I moved away from my parents, and it was so much fun, but I always felt I don't want to work for someone else's dream.
Yeah.
So 1 year after, I started to be self-employed and worked for my own. And it was much better, and really liked it, and loved all my clients. But I worked a lot, usually 6-7 days a week, sometimes 12, 14 hours. And I can tell you it was overstressed, and I lost the motivation about myself. And also I was so tired. So when I found this business, this was 3 years ago, and I know everything is happening for a reason. When I visited my beauty therapist, she completely, she was so energetic, and when she talked about the business, and when I visited her before, she was so much different. And when she talked about the business, she was so motivated, and I like that.
Yeah.
And I knew that.
That's another example, Vivian. Sorry to interrupt you, but we just talked about people buying people first, and it was the energy and the excitement that came from your beauty therapist that pricked your ears up to think, what is this lady on? How come she's so excited when the rest of the world is so miserable? So that's a great example.
Yeah, that was true. And when I've been there, she was talking about the business, and I really loved it. So I joined, and also I knew the products because I used them since I was a child.
Okay.
And when I moved here, I didn't know how to order or how to get them from. And I joined to get a discount. And we became a supervisor in 4 months' time, which was good. We were so motivated, and we really liked it. But after we suddenly stopped, and we've been here, and we've been active, but not as much as before. So I had to find myself and learn who I want to be.
Yeah.
And it was a long journey, but I loved it. So it was really good. And last year was a game changer, but I think not for me. I think it's for everyone. And when COVID started, I started to work from. I couldn't start work from home because I couldn't go to work.
Absolutely.
So I said to myself, okay, I don't have any plan B. I have to do forever because this is what I have. Not I have to do, but I want to do. Yeah. And last summer was really challenging because I got a phone call from my mom from Hungary, and she had some health issues. So I had to go back to Hungary for 2.5 months. And then and she's all right now, but I didn't know how long I'm going to be in Hungary. So I came back in November, and I said to myself, okay, it was enough. That I have to do it because yeah. And when I came back, I started a 150 days plan, which was good, and I focused on myself, I focused on my team, I focused on my future. So I said to myself, okay, when the 150 days is going to be over, I am going to be a manager. But I wasn't, because 150 days wasn't enough, but 158 days was enough.
You were close.
And I became a manager. Yeah, so it was, I wouldn't say it was easy, but it was fun. And it was challenging, and it's so good to see how people support each other and be here for each other. And of course, we miss each other because we couldn't see. Yeah. Because we need some real time together.
We do. Absolutely.
Yeah, and hugs and everything. But yeah, this manager position is. It's made me so proud, and of course, I had a goal with this position because I always wanted to get a puppy, but my boyfriend told me, "Okay, you can get a puppy." First. Yes, that's right. So I just came back from Hungary 2 weeks ago, and my puppy is somewhere behind my back. Beautiful. So yeah.
So we only sent you a pin, but he bought you a puppy. So I think he's got the best. Best deal. So much of what you said, though, Vivian, is great encouragement for new people. I mean, right very early on, you said, why work to build somebody else's dream? Why not work to build your own? Which is, of course, one of the famous statements from our founder, Rex Moore. And you then talked about the flexibility of the business. You had to go back to Hungary because your mom was unwell. Thankfully, she's better now. And then probably the most significant bit was you set yourself a target over so many days to get there, and you did it. So thank you for being with us online this evening and inspiring so many of us. Particularly congratulations for being manager, and we hope to see you be recognised maybe at Eagle next as you continue.
Thank you so much.
Your forever journey, and enjoy the puppy.
Thank you.
Take care, Vivian. As always with the interviews that we do, if you listen carefully, and particularly those of you who are newer to the business, I hope you get lots and lots of tips, lots of ideas of how other people perhaps have faced challenges. You just heard there from Vivian, she had to take some time out of the business to go back home to her mom, and that's one example. But often we're faced with obstacles or challenges in our life, and always life's not about getting knocked down. Sometimes it's about how many times you can pick yourself up. Life's about seeing the glass half full, not half empty. It's about looking for opportunities, not being focused on challenges. And if there is a consistent theme from the people that we recognize on our events, it definitely isn't their background, because if we ask them where they come from, there's all sorts of different professions have joined us. But the consistent theme is the positive thinking, the can-do attitude, the energy that comes from people that other people then buy into. And Vivian, again, just gave the example of how she came across Forever through a beauty therapist who was so excited by Forever. Well, you know what? If you're presenting a product or presenting a business opportunity, if you're not doing it with excitement and energy, enthusiasm, then why would somebody really want to be involved or buy that? Because it probably sounds as mundane as a lot of other things there listening to. Whereas if we're energized and excited and we genuinely want to help somebody and we genuinely see a positive future, because in spite of COVID, in spite of the pandemic, in spite of the media, there is still tons of great positive opportunity around the world and tons of opportunity to help others, either help others enjoy a better health or to enjoy a better quality of life by being more in control of their financial future. So Vivian, many, many congratulations and thanks for a great interview. Next up, we're looking at our team build.
I'm Rachel,
we're looking at some social media. Next up, we have Rachel Sharp, a key member of our marketing team and our social media / digital expert. She's going to share with you some tips of making the most of your social media platform. So here's a short video from Rachel Sharp.
Hello everyone, I'm Rachel, the social media executive at Forever's head office. So I look after our official Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn accounts, and I work alongside the rest of the marketing team to create the content that we post onto those channels. And today I just wanted to give you a quick guide into making the most of social media for your business. So first of all, just obviously want to talk a little bit about why use social media at all. So in the past year, obviously we have had to use it as a key method of communication. That was true before the pandemic and it will be true afterwards as well. So many people use social media as a tool for getting their news and information. So it makes sense that any Forever information gets passed to them in that way as well. Then obviously one of the key things about social media is that it's meant to be social. So people usually join in as a way to stay in touch with close family and friends. And they find that along the way, they also tend to get involved in some communities of similar interest as well. And particularly during lockdowns, people found that they were on social media much more as a way to kind of interact with their communities. And we know that the community that we have in Forever is really key to the success of people's businesses and what they enjoy so much about being an FBO in the first place. So it's key that we keep those online communities going. And then, of course, there's also entertainment. So social media is supposed to be fun. And one of the key sayings in Forever, of course, is that if it doesn't make you smile, change it. So we're kind of all about making the experience as fun as possible and showcasing the best elements of the business. So I think it's really key to use social media as a way to build up that entertainment. So here are some of the things that you can do on Facebook to help grow your business. So Facebook pages, they are kind of an open page. Most businesses will have some kind of Facebook page. Forever's main channel acts as a page. So a page can basically act as a bit of a shop front. It's really a great place to get your new customers interested in the products and the business opportunity. You can share product information, you can link to your shop and things like that. Then there are also Facebook groups, which is usually a little bit more closed. They're more closed communities. It can be really great to create a group for your downline. So, if you're building a team, so that you can use it as a way to share information and generate a bit of that community spirit that we talked about before. You can also use a Facebook group, for your more regular customers if you wanted to. So that can be a great place to have a little bit more engagement with them, get to know them a little bit better. And, if you wanted to, you could offer them special promotions as well that you wouldn't necessarily put on your page, but you could share with your regular customers. Then you've also got Facebook Lives, which are something that you can either do on pages or on groups. Lives are really engaging because people can watch you in real time and you can respond to their comments. And they'll also get a notification when you've gone live as well. So they'll actually, be more likely to tune in because they'll know about it. But then they'll also stay on your page afterwards as well for people to catch up with. And then you've also got Facebook stories, which are kind of short updates, which appear at the top of somebody's Facebook feed. They only last for 24 hours. And then once they're gone. They can't be seen again. So while the posts on your normal page or a group might be a little bit more professional, more thought out and higher quality, stories can be more spur of the moment. And it's okay for them to not be planned or necessarily as high quality as some of your other posts because they'll disappear after 24 hours anyway. For a little bit more in-depth training on Facebook, definitely make sure that you check out my training, which is called Figuring Out Facebook for Your Business at flpuk.info/figuring out Facebook. Obviously, there is only so much I can go over tonight, but that is an hour-long training, so that will give you much more detail about ways to use Facebook for your business. Then I want to quickly go through Instagram. So obviously Instagram is a much more visual platform, and there are some key features on Instagram that you can definitely get involved in. So first of all, we have photos and videos, which are kind of a key part of Instagram and what most people probably think of when they think of the platform. So you want to try to upload high quality images, either great product pictures or photos of yourself and your family using the products. Or you can use obviously the photos and video feature to share a little bit more about the business opportunity as well, if that's what you want to do. There are also carousels. So carousels are when you group up to 10 photos or videos together, almost like a little album for people to sort of swipe through. So this can be really great if you have lots of pictures that you want to post all at the same time. Especially good if all the pictures fall into a similar category, or perhaps if you have an offer on that involves a series of products and you want to show them all off in one post or something like that. And then you've also got Instagram Reels, which are relatively new to Instagram, about a year old now. And they work a lot like TikTok, if you're familiar with that platform at all. So they're short videos, no longer than 30 seconds. And they can be a really fun way to show off the products or the business opportunity, because they have fast-paced transitions, and they have fun music on and things like that. So that makes them a little bit more engaging. They can take a little bit more getting used to, to do them right. But if you watch a lot of other people's reels, then you'll be able to see how much fun they are and get some great ideas for doing them yourself. Then you've got IGTV, which is for longer form videos. So they can be much longer, hours long, if you want them to be. So they're more suited for things like product demonstrations or trainings and things like that. And then lives also work in a very similar way to Facebook Lives, and you can use them for the same things. And then there's also stories, which again work the same way as stories do on Facebook. So they appear at the top of someone's Instagram feed and they last for 24 hours. Instagram really loves it if you use as many of these features as possible to kind of diversify your feed and make it more engaging. But of course, only commit to the ones that you know that you have the time for or are comfortable doing. So a few tips, obviously use hashtags on each post. Hashtags kind of act almost like a search function. So if someone is looking for a particular kind of post, you might appear in their search and you'll potentially have found yourself a new customer or something like that. Then you can also make sure that your username reflects you or your brand. So lots of people you just use their name, or they might use their name and a word like forever or aloe to kind of associate them back to the Forever business. But whatever you decide to call yourself, you want to make sure that it's easy to remember. So it's best if it's short or really straightforward without any random numbers and things like that, if you can help it. Then you also want to make sure that your profile picture is a lovely picture of yourself, because people buy from people. So they'll be much more likely to trust you if they can actually see a photo of you rather than just a generic product picture or logo or something like that. And again, this has only scratched the surface of everything that you can know about Instagram. So definitely check out my more in-depth guide. So I've got one which is using Twitter and Instagram, which is at flpuk.info/using Twitter and Instagram. Or I've got one specifically just around Instagram Reels, and that one goes into more detail about how you can use those, and it even details how to put an Instagram reel together and gives you some ideas for those as well. So that's at flpuk.info/using Instagram Reels. So just a few tips. Obviously, you want to make sure you know who your target audience is, and try to make that as detailed as possible. So for example, you're not just looking to appeal to everybody, you're trying to appeal to a specific group of people. So whether that's busy mums or young active people, or perhaps older people who want to start taking better care of their health. You want to know who your target audience is, so that way you can direct your tone of voice and your content and your style of communication towards that specific audience. You want to make sure that you're engaging with your audience. So if they comment or like your page, try to involve them in conversations. That will help to make them feel more involved, and they'll also enjoy corresponding with you and be more likely to recommend you to others that way as well. You want to be consistent. So don't just post 5 posts in one day and then leave social media for a week. What you want to do is spread your posts out to something that's achievable for you. So if that's 1 post every single day for 5 days, for instance, or potentially more if you can commit to that, but you just want to make sure that it's nicely consistent, something you can achieve every single week. So you also want to listen, not only to what your followers are saying directly to you, but also what they might indirectly be saying. So that will be within your analytics. So if you share a post and it doesn't get as many likes or comments as usual, try to take notice of that. And maybe do less posts like that, or try to analyze what it was about that post that didn't perform so well. So then a few etiquette tips as well. So obviously just remember to be compliant in everything that you say online. If you're ever unsure, then obviously you can contact the compliance department, or there are guides available on Forever Knowledge. But as a general rule of thumb, if it's on our website or in our printed literature or on our own social media channels, our official ones, then you can say it. Then you obviously want to make sure that you're being responsive as quickly as possible. So if someone sends you a message, try to get back to them quickly. That's obviously just great customer service, and people will be more likely to come back to you if they know that they can rely on you. And then obviously just remember to be kind as well. So that's, again, just good customer service. You shouldn't be rude to any of your potential customers, as obviously this will just put them off from interacting with you. So obviously there are limitless ideas and possibilities for making normal communications and announcements a little bit more exciting and engaging. Feel free obviously to screenshot the page. But here are a few ideas that you could get started with. So again, if you just want to screenshot this page, then you'll have all of these links handy, but these are just some useful tips that you might find useful. And so we've got like our digital marketing guides. We've got a couple of podcasts. So one that I've done, which is these using social media to expand the reach of your business. Or there's one that we did with a couple of FBOs back in 2020, which is, again, some similar tips and really key pieces of advice there from some people that have managed to build really successful businesses just using social media. Then there are some trainings. They're the ones that I mentioned before, just so that you've got those, figuring out Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and using Instagram Reels. And then obviously we've also got all of our Forever social media channels, which you can follow for inspiration, or you can reuse any of the content that we post on there as well. So I hope you found that really helpful, and I look forward to chatting with you again. Bye.
Thanks to Rachel Sharp for a really informative little video clip. I hope you enjoyed it. You know, there are very many things that I'm grateful for. And one of is the great team that I have at head office, which of course is also part of your team. So anytime that you've got any feedback or ideas or things that you want to learn more about, don't be afraid to reach out there to Rachel and the very many others that we have in Longbridge Manor, and also, of course, in Belfast. The second thing I'm really grateful for is to be building a business like this in the era in which we live. And if I reflect back even to the start of my own Forever journey, which was over 2 decades ago, you know, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, none of these platforms existed. There was not really anything by way of the World Wide Web. A mobile phone was the size of a house brick. The only way to build a business really was meeting people face to face. And whilst that is still a really important way of building long-term relationships with people, the technology that we now have at our disposal as Forever business owners to access the globe is, you know, absolutely outstanding. I mean, you know, a television company or a newspaper years ago might have had a fraction of the reach that we now have the access to as business owners by the platforms that we have. And, you know, what I've observed is that over the last 5 or 10 years in particular, as more of the platforms are being developed and more of you guys in particular have got comfortable with how to use them, you know, building an international business has become, for example, very much easier because you've got access literally to almost the entire planet now. So if you're not yet comfortable or familiar with some of the tools or platforms, as I say, don't be afraid to reach out to Rachel and the team for a little bit of encouragement there, or a little bit of information there. We'd love to help you. But an exciting time, definitely, when you match the technology with a business that's driven by meeting people and connecting with people, and that's underpinned by an amazing product that people, or amazing products, sorry, that people get a strong emotional attachment to. And right next to me, as you can see, sorry, that way, is a great big bottle of gel. So just imagine the potential for getting as many people as you know drinking a delicious bit of gel every day. And of course, we've got the new mango out now, which is delicious. Okay, the final one of our recognitions this evening as we continue to move through the marketing plan is our team building incentive. So really parallel tracks to our business. One, of course, is the acquisition and the keeping of customers, looking after customers with the retail side. And the second way, should you choose, is also to build a team. So we want to recognize those of you who are consistent with your team building activity, with the team building incentive. And this one, this evening, is level 1, and these people have sponsored at least 6 assistant supervisors in the last 3 months. So congratulations to each and every one of you. Keep up the good work. Again, a little bit like the 4CC habit, if we can get into the habit of sponsoring people every month, 1, 2, 3, 4, however many is comfortable for you, then, you know, that again is the lifeblood of your business. New people coming in who are excited about building business, who you can help to support and coach and mentor. You're always going to have a seed bed then of people who want to be supervisor, or want to be assistant manager, or want to be manager, or want to be eagle, or want to do chairman's bonus. And that leads to a vibrant business, which of course also helps inspire you too. So congratulations to all of you on the screen for being our team builders at level 1 in the last 3 months. Keep up the good work. As I said right at the start of this webinar, I think this is an ideal time as we're coming out of lockdown. People maybe don't have jobs to go back to, or are apprehensive about going back to work, or have loved being at home but want to stay at home. Let's just share the opportunity with them. You know, what would it be just to say to somebody, how would you feel about me sharing some information with you that may enable you to continue to work from home in the future as your own boss? What's the worst that can happen? They can say, no, I'm not interested, or it's not for me. But I can promise you very many will be more receptive than perhaps they would have been 18 months ago, when they hadn't even experienced not having to commute and having the luxury of working from home. I believe it's an ideal opportunity for us. So our last interview this evening is with Blessing Anganga, that's right, I think I said that right, who we've recognised at 4CC. She's a supervisor, and we just recognised as the team building level 1, and only joined the business in May. So Blessing, are you there with me? There you are. How are you?
Yes. Hello, Bob. Good evening.
How are you this evening?
I'm doing okay, Bob. Thank you. And you?
I'm really good, thank you. One of the reasons that we were excited to talk to you this evening, Blessing, is you are one of the people that I referenced earlier on, and that is one of the people who joined us during lockdown. You've never really known any other way of building a business apart from online, very little social personal contact with all of the restrictions that have gone on, but you've got a highly fired up team and a growing business. So for the benefit of the new people that are online with us this evening, what would you say to them about what you've learned in the first 3 months of being with us?
Bob, I really like to say that Forever has been very exciting, the business opportunity ever since I joined in. And as you said, I keyed into the business during lockdown.
Yeah.
I was informed by my upline about the business last year because I work as a nurse, but I kind of resisted. And for some reason, I decided to take that bold step to join the business. And I'm really happy I did that because it's been so exciting. You know, personally for me, I've been able to learn a lot throughout the 3-month period. Personally, I've grown. I've been so motivated to achieve my dreams, to achieve my goals, no matter the obstacles that have stood on my way. Do you know, when you were talking about obstacles on your way, you know, why trying to achieve your dreams and your goals, I just said to myself, that's Bob talking. Bob is just talking about me right now. And just to share a little bit of my story, Bob, then to encourage all of those out there that are listening and who want to move levels and grow in this business. it will be surprising to know I was supposed to be getting married last week.
Oh, wow.
But yes, but apparently I was hit with the news that the wedding is not going forward.
Oh, no.
That came like a big shock,
Wow.
to me. And that news came to me, I think that was the first week of July. And, all the excitement, planning to get married and all of that. It was like a massive, massive breakdown for me. But yes, I will not do justice if I do not, appreciate my upline, Zoe Kube, because she was there every step of the way. She was calling every day, and she said, Blessing, you cannot lose out on two things. If one door has closed up, you cannot let every other door close up for you. You need to take that bold step and do what you have to do. I have set a target for myself to get to supervisor by the second week of July, and I was hit with that news on the first week of July. But nonetheless, I was able to meet my target on the second week of July. So despite everything that was going on, I held regular teams with my downlines. No one knew what was going on. You could not look at my face and tell that I was going through anything, but I tell you, I was going through a whole lot. But this is just to say that I had this quote that really encouraged me. If you know what you are supposed to be doing, do it anyways, no matter the obstacles that are standing on your way, because you deserve to win. So I told myself I deserve to win, and I am going to win no matter the obstacles. So I set that target, and I was able to meet the target. And I know I'm going to do even more in the business, because Forever has given me that opportunity, and I'm so grateful for that.
Well, Blessing, what can I say? I mean, you're an example of what I talked about earlier on. It's not about when you get knocked down. It's about picking yourself back up, looking for the obstacles and seeing them as opportunities. And that's exactly what you've done. And, your business is really, really fired up at the moment. There's no reason why you can't go right the way through the marketing plan. One of the things that also strikes me about you, though, Blessing, is you were in a profession that's probably been under the most pressure in the last few years, and that is, well, since the pandemic, that's a nurse, and you still found time to join Forever Living and be successful in the business. So hats off from us to you. Many congratulations on your success. And I know we'll be interviewing you again in the next few months as you continue your journey through the Forever Marketing Plan. So from all the head office team, congratulations, Blessing, and thanks for being with us online this evening. We really, really applaud your courage and your enthusiasm. Take care.
Thank you very much, Bob. Take care. Thank you.
Bye for now. What a powerful story. Again, that is one serious setback, and yet Blessing didn't let it stop her achieve her goal of being a supervisor by the middle of July. And that really is a great learning message for each and every one of us. No matter how your life is, there will always be good times in your life and there'll be obstacles in your life. And it's about how we address those obstacles, those challenging times mentally. It's really easy to be upbeat and happy and positive when life is upbeat, happy and positive. It's harder when we get those challenging things in our life. And Blessing there, a great example of going, you know what, I'm still going to do this anyway. I'm going to work my way through that. And most times we learn from the more difficult times than we do the positive times. So I hope that you've enjoyed listening to all of our testimonials this evening. I want to say a big congratulations to everybody that we've recognized. A special thank you to everybody who had the courage to come on and also share their thoughts with us. I can see from the little chat box on Zoom here that very many of you have been encouraged by it, and it's nice to see that so many of you have sent your encouragement and congratulations to everybody that we've recognized. As we said earlier on, I never underestimate the courage and conviction and hard work that it takes to build any element of any business, but in particular, of course, we're talking this evening about moving through the Forever Marketing Plan. Before we close, some dates for your diary. Hopefully that slide is somewhere here for us. Coming up, we've frozen. Honestly, we have got some stuff coming up. Every Tuesday at 12, of course, we have our business or product webinar. So make sure that you log on to those and encourage your team to do that. You can find always information on Forever Knowledge and on our Facebook page. And my next brunch, and the theme of our brunch is always to bring you the latest news on what's happening around particularly the UK, but sometimes with an international flavour to it too, and to bring you up to speed with all the current marketing focuses. It's a little fun session that we have. Our next one is on Wednesday, the 1st of September, where I'm hoping to get some international guests on that one as well. I want to thank everybody behind the scenes here supporting us this evening for all their hard work, and for you for joining us this evening. As I said, we're very optimistic about the next few months being able to get back to seeing you face to face. In the meantime, we will continue, of course, our online events as a way of supporting you. Anytime that you want to give us some feedback about what you'd like to see on our online events or how best we can serve you as we move our company from the good to great. And, there is so much untapped potential here in the UK business. I'm very excited as we go into the part of the year that historically has been really good for our business. The end of school holidays, moving to September, October, November, December are brilliant months for building both retail and a strong team. So we're excited about the potential for the future. Enjoy the sunshine if you've got it where you are in the meantime. And thanks everybody for joining us. We'll see you all soon. Bye from me in the studio here.